plenty of things that we would like to go into detail about, but I hope that this is not the last time that we meet. We can meet in smaller groups also at a later stage, and we can, after this meeting, also give you more details about how we see things and what our vision would be. But I would like to just close here. So as I said before, our interest is to have a free-flowing question and answer session rather than prepared speeches. So thank you very much. The fact that so many ambassadors came this morning shows our keen interest in Kenya. We take this very seriously. We also take the elections very seriously. And we really do hope that everybody takes their responsibility here, because as I said before, Kenya is a stable rock in turbid waters, and we want to keep it like that. Thank you.
Has any significant flow for the country?
Thank you, Ambassador Geiger. Indeed, we do cherish the very special relationship between Kenya and the EU. Besides the development cooperation, the EU has been a key ally for this country. I do recall at the time when I served as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the EU was very supportive of Kenya's bid to sit on the UN Security Council. And even during the month of October, when Kenya was president of the UN Security Council, again the EU was very supportive, and so we acknowledge that support. You have continued to be a partner, even on regional peace and security initiatives like AMISOM, and we know that EU continues to be a key actor in our efforts to help stabilize this region. And indeed, our presidential candidate has been very engaged, and our whole team also continues to be very engaged. On February 15 this year, our presidential candidate actually had a very substantive engagement with the European Business Council that delved deep into issues of a business environment. And we have also had occasion to meet the exploratory mission for observation of the elections. Let me now take this opportunity to invite His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, Deputy President and our presidential candidate. And at the conclusion of his remarks, we will have that open interaction. You're welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Ababu Namwamba. Your Excellency, the leader of this delegation, Your Excellency, ambassadors, members of the Kenya Council. Answer your question to an extent, because when was that passed?
And that, just before I pass on to Doyle, if you have something to say, you know, we have a very comprehensive law on refugees that allows them to go through our schools up to university level, and so on and so forth. But on the issue of M-Pesa, for example, even people at our level, if you don't have an identity, you cannot access the M-Pesa process. So it's something that we can engage in a conversation for you who help in financing refugee activities. If you find electronic money transfers an easier way of managing your resources, it is something that we can talk and as a government find what to do. On the Ukraine conflict, Kenya, since our independence, believes in the territorial integrity and independence of every country. There's no justification whatsoever, howsoever, for any country to invade another. And when such a situation occurs, again, we believe in the multilateralism of solving conflicts through, if it's in Africa, we have our AU Peace and Security Council. If it is the outside Africa, we have the UN Security Council that needs to engage. But we also know that the Ukraine-Russia conflict is very complex. It has taken a lot of dimensions with almost throwing us back to the Cold War situation where you are either a friend of Russia and therefore supporting them regardless of what they are doing, or you are a friend of the Europeans and you support Ukraine regardless of what you feel. We as Kenya have always stood for territorial integrity, respect for every country and its independence. And that position has not changed, may not change, I believe. And we shall stand as Kenya Kwanza government, when we form government, for that respect of each country.
Thank you. I think that's done. Anne, can you speak to something about devolution? And,
Yes, before devolution, I wanted to just add the question of the IEBC and the integrity of...
why don't we allow what?
Sorry, the integrity of elections, the management. I was one of the people who presented my documents. I have already presented my nomination certificate, and I have been cleared. But I want to say that even the process of clearing, I put in the documents, and ordinarily, within 15, 20 minutes, you should be able to be cleared as long as all your documents are in order, because there is a checklist. But they took 3 hours to clear me. The people who had presented the day before, Your Excellency, and our good friends, took more than 10 hours. Those who had presented the day before were cleared the following day because there was system collapse or failure. And that is likely to be perpetuated for whatever reason. By now, we shouldn't be having such hitches, considering that transmission of the vote from the polling station is one of the critical aspects of a free and fair election. So I think these are the questions that we should be asking and following before we can put the question to us whether we shall accept the results of elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Proceed, Anne.
Thank you, Excellency, and good morning, Excellencies. I think I'll start by first, one of the things that maybe we didn't do when we were doing our introductory remarks is to appreciate the role the European Union has played, especially in the issue, helping this country deal with the issue of COVID, their contribution through COVAX.
You're right.
To providing vaccines to this country. I think outside of this government appreciates very much the role